Welcome to today's Explainer. We're unlocking the vault to look at a truly hidden artistic gem from one of the absolute legends of manga and anime history, Akira Toriyama. Now, if you think you know every look, every outfit, and every iconic silhouette of Dragon Ball's hero Son Goku, well, prepare to be surprised. We're going to explore an incredibly rare piece of artwork that completely flips the script on a character we all recognize around the globe. Okay, let's dive into this. What if the world's most famous martial artist traded his gi for military gear? I mean, for decades, Goku has been completely synonymous with martial arts mysticism, right? But buried way deep within the archives is this striking vision of our hero that swaps out his traditional roots for something surprisingly rugged, mechanized, and just fully militarized. It's a fascinating departure, and it gives us this really rare glimpse into Toriyama's boundless creativity. That brings us to Section 1. The Master's Secret Archives, Unearthing a 24-Hour Treasure. You know, original artwork by Akira Toriyama has literally always been treated like gold in the manga industry, but since his tragic passing in 2024, his lesser-known archived collections have just absolutely skyrocketed in both sentimental and historical value. And the piece we're examining today doesn't just sit in some public museum. It comes from the official, highly elusive Dragon Ball archive. The thing about this archive is they have a very strict, very specific rule for how they share these treasures with the world. 24. They regularly unveil these exclusive, incredibly rare works, but they only leave them up for a 24-hour period before locking them right back away in the vault. So this limited window really heightens the immense value and the mystique of these reveals. If you miss that 24-hour window, that piece of history just vanishes back into the digital ether. But fortunately for us, we managed to capture the details of this month's fleeting release, so we can break it down for you right here. Moving on to Section 2, Unveiling the 1993 Artifact, A Ride Through Time. Let's move to and see how this builds. So, the specific piece that emerged from the vault this month isn't some modern sketch. It's an original draft illustration sourced all the way back from the early 90s. This wasn't just a random doodle either. It was a carefully crafted piece of promotional art with a really rich, albeit largely hidden, history. The artwork was originally created in 1993, and what's fantastic about that year for Dragon Ball fans is that it's the very same year the beloved History of Trunks TV special dropped, a story we all know for its slightly darker, much more desperate tone. Anyway, from 1993 to 1995, this military illustration toured Japan as part of a really bountiful collection in the World of Akira Toriyama exhibitions. Then it essentially disappeared from public view for decades. It wasn't until 2022 that it was first unearthed in the digital archive. And now, in 2026, it just made its brief 24-hour resurfacing. Let's transition to Section 3, Deconstructing the Military Look, Granular Details. We're going to do a bit of a museum-style deep dive into the actual artwork itself now, because what makes this piece so captivating isn't just the novelty of the outfit, it's the painstaking, meticulous detail Toriyama poured into the machinery and the gear. He literally reimagines Goku in this rugged military green uniform, riding a matching military green motorcycle. But, and this is key, he doesn't strip away Goku's identity entirely. He brilliantly blends the two worlds. He's got his iconic power pole strapped to his back, but right below it, he has a United States branded pistol holstered on his hip and a rifle strapped to the front of the bike. It's such a jarring, fascinating mix of martial arts fantasy and real-world artillery. Oh, and for the keen-eyed lore fans out there, Toriyama emblazoned the number 9 right behind the motorcycle seat, which is a wonderfully fun shout-out to Capsule Corp's number 9 capsule. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the action happening at the very top of the illustration. The image captures Goku just barreling ahead, and his helmet is literally blown off, flying behind him. He's sporting this perfectly in-character, wide-eyed, shocked expression. And most importantly, that blown-off helmet reveals those unmistakable, iconic black hair spikes. Toriyama uses Goku's hair as the definitive visual anchor here. Amidst all the chaotic gear, the firearms, and the military green, that hair is the ultimate confirmation that his lovable personality remains perfectly intact. It really is our guy Goku. Which brings us to Section 4, the evolution of the gi, shorthand for a journey. To really appreciate why this military look is such a massive departure, we have to remember that in the main series, what Goku wears isn't just some fashion choice, it's basically a visual language. His gi functions as a constant emblem of his progression. Think about it. He starts his early journey in a plain blue gi. Then he adopts the turtle hermit gi, symbolizing his foundational training with Master Roshi. Later on, the King Kai gi represents his preparation for cosmic battles, and eventually he adopts Whis' symbol, marking his entry into the realm of divine power.
Each change in his standard outfit signifies a massive step in his journey to master martial arts against cosmic evils. It's essentially a visual resume of his mentors.
And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast. On one side, you have the classic Jiuai. It's rooted entirely in mysticism, martial arts traditions, and cosmic mentors. It's highly spiritual. But on the other side, you have this 1993 redesign. This is defined by mechanized gear, firearms, and rugged military aesthetics. By placing these two side by side, we can truly understand what an anomaly this 1993 artwork really is. It steps completely outside the established visual language of Dragon Ball to experiment with a totally different genre aesthetic.
Finally, we reach our last section, a timeless character intact, Toriyama's enduring legacy. So, the crucial point is that this rare juxtaposition does a lot more than just show us a cool alternate costume. It really highlights Toriyama's unparalleled ability to blend complex, realistic machinery with incredibly expressive, lovable character traits. The official Dragon Ball archive actually captures this perfectly. They wrote, "From the metal pieces on the clothing to the finer parts of the motorcycle, this piece created specially for the front cover has been drawn in painstaking detail." That right there, that's the magic of Akira Toriyama. He didn't just casually sketch Goku in a different shirt. He engineered the motorcycle, he textured the metal pieces, and he committed fully to the reality of that military world, all while ensuring the absolute heart of the character shone right through. We'll leave you today with this thought. Knowing that artifacts like this 1993 military redesign exist, art that completely reimagines a character we all thought we knew perfectly, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other untold treasures might still be hiding in Akira Toriyama's vaults, just waiting for their 24 hours in the sun? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your eyes peeled on those archives, and keep learning.